Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a brand new episode brought to you by Geek Out with Games Out. This is the Team GOWGO Wrestling Podcast. We are your hosts, Blitzball Champ and Hollywood Cinema. What's good?
Everything.
Everything?
Positive thinking, man. What's up?
It's good to know. Man, we had a blast. Those that kept up on our usual channel, we had a blast a couple of nights ago playing some 3-on-3 basketball.
Oh, yeah.
So, just a side note, look forward to us hopefully playing some Sea of Thieves this coming Friday evening. So, should be fun.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you're doing well.
Yep.
I have a bottle of Fiji water.
Good for you.
You don't like Fiji water?
It's okay.
Yeah. It's even got a little pink flower on it.
I know. Had it in the past.
Ooh, it's delicious. I'm also wearing an Asuka shirt. Her undefeated shirt, even though she's not undefeated anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
No. Undefeated.
I want to start off this episode with a little bit of controversy. So, just the other night, Tessa Blanchard defeated Sami Callihan to become the first woman in Impact Wrestling history to win its main top title, the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Charlotte, North Carolina's own, the daughter of Four Horsemen Tully Blanchard, Tessa Blanchard,
Yeah.
is champion. Now, while that's cool and everything, apparently Tessa has been getting a lot of heat lately. And the reason why she's been getting a lot of heat is apparently she posted a tweet about how the women wrestlers need to support each other and have each other's back. As a matter of fact, let's bring up the tweet. Yes, it says, and I quote of Tessa Blanchard, "Hey women, try supporting one another. Cool things happen." And apparently, she got a lot of responses, a lot of backlash, because apparently Tessa has a history of being racist and being a bully. For example, one of the replies was from Sienna, a.k.a. Allison Kay, the current NWA Women's World Champion. She responded to Tessa's tweet, and I quote, "Remember when you spat in a black woman's face and called her the N-word in Japan? Was that you supporting women? The audacity of this tweet." And that's just one of the examples.
Left herself open. Say stuff like that. You leave yourself open to people being like, oh, but what about that?
I believe another woman that spoke up, there was a couple of women. It was Sienna, a.k.a. Allison Kay. Priscilla Kelly was another example. Priscilla Kelly. Chelsea Green was another. I believe La Rosa Negra is another one, which I believe she's the one that Tessa called the N-word to back in Japan. But yeah, there's a handful of people, just and even men and women, they're just like whole lot of backlash towards Tessa Blanchard. Okay, while Tessa's tweet did kind of open Pandora's box, I can understand that. My thing is this: these supposed allegations, like especially the specific ones, like the one I named, was
Hmm.
like 2 or so years ago, like 1 or 2 years ago. And
Yeah.
I just feel like it's sort of suspect that, you know, going into her match, you know, that's when she's getting a lot of backlash. You know what I'm saying? Just the timing. I mean, I get in the response to the tweet, but just the timing just seems suspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, of course it does. Everything when somebody's like doing well, all of a sudden it's like, oh shit.
My whole thing is this: why can't these things be hashed out spot on, like at that moment, at that time? You know what I mean? Like,
That's not how things go, man. It's not the real world.
and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I'm defending Tessa. That's not what I'm saying. And it just, if anything, it just it's kind of a bummer because I met Tessa Blanchard at WrestleCade back in November of
Yeah.
last year.
Hmm.
She seemed pretty cool. I mean, she had a black eye, but she seemed pretty cool. She was supposed to wrestle that evening, but she wasn't medically cleared. But she still showed up, still met her fans, and she was cool. I mean, I didn't chit chat with her, but introduced myself. How are you enjoying the place? Great. I mean, she's a North Carolina native, so I mean, she's used to this. And took a picture with her, and that was it. I didn't really. It's not saying that I didn't want to like chat with her. It's just you know, she had a good handful of people there, so I just, you know what I mean. But like, I just feel like a lot of this could have been like addressed and squashed, like all like the years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve to be told off or anything like that. I just feel like why wasn't something said before? You know,
I mean, likely because it was like depending on the situation, it's just like you keep it in house, like that. But that's wrestling in general. They know who people are, and they just like, all right, you're obviously the golden child, so I'm not gonna burn a bridge I have right now. You know, it's
yeah.
just that's life, man. It's just
So Chelsea Green's response was, and I quote, "You've consistently put down, bullied, and belittled countless female coworkers, including me. Is that support?" I mean, I don't know. It's just it's really a tough situation. Plus the fact that she's made history, she's gonna continuously get a lot of backlash.
yeah. Well, of course.
And I don't know. Like, do you have any like specific thoughts on this? Because it's really unfortunate.
Not really. I mean, if that's who she is, I mean, you get exposed eventually. You know,
Um,
especially when you're as high as you can get. That's usually when you get exposed. You think you're
yeah.
untouchable at that point. That's typically how it goes.
Oh, and actually, Tessa responded to Chelsea Green's tweet. Um, she said, and I quote, "I've never been anything but kind to you. I've dealt with mean girls since I started. Not saying I'm a saint. Hell, I've had my ups and downs, and I've made silly decisions. Such is life. You have zero merit in your comments. Instead, putting me down here for a little clout. You've got my number." So, I mean, and then, some of the allegations she's responding, is not true and such. So, I mean, And there was one particular response to this that somebody made. Says at Mr. Mike Laws says if people put you down for saying the N word while saying nothing towards Randy Orton, then they're hypocrites. Point blank.
Oh yeah,
So I mean, he's got a good point.
he's another one. I mean, it's not even about having a good point. It's not to me, it's not a either or.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can be outraged by whatever. People are still outraged, but Randy Orton's untouchable. I mean, people said what they had to say about Randy Orton. What did it do? Nothing.
Right.
I mean, that has nothing to do with this situation, to be honest with you.
I mean,
Two different people, two different situations. These people, maybe, and even just if you're speaking on just in the people who are actually speaking about it, if
mm-hmm.
those two women don't know Randy Orton, what point do they have making comments about it? They don't know him, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be like you like what are you talking about? I don't know you. I don't know you. Why are you talking about me? They're talking about somebody that they know.
Yeah.
They've had experience with. They've been on the road with. They've seen day in and day out for a long period of time.
Yeah. And you make a very good point. And you got some on here that still support Tessa. I mean, she's gonna have her followers, she's gonna have her supporters.
Yeah,
Um, and you got a lot of people there like, yo, like seriously, like address the racism, address the spitting in the face, address the bullying, like you know,
yeah.
and even some people don't believe it, but I think overall the requests by many are like just address it. I mean, if you say it's true, then of course, apologize or whatnot. If you say it's not true, I mean, so be it. But address it in detail, I guess. Which
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but it kind of makes me it kind of makes me wonder. So the only thing that I've seen happen is apparently she got pulled from an upcoming event. So I don't know if that's just another like Impact TV taping or whatnot. I don't know, but she got pulled from a upcoming event.
I mean, hopefully it ain't going to mean nothing. Impact, and let's be honest about Impact. Impact's been known to have a gang of women in there that have had tweets out that are racist as hell. So does me NXT as well. It's just a thing, man. Nothing happens to these people unless they compound it with other issues.
Yeah, but I
Nothing
don't know.
ever happens.
I don't know. I feel like there's definitely it tends to be very selective. It made me think about you remember about what happened with Rich Swann while he was in the WWE, the whole
Mm-hmm.
domestic violence dispute, involving Sue Young, his wife. And
Yep.
you know, there was really no way for him to really bounce back from that, within the WWE, despite,
No.
apologizing or whatnot, or, and same, and I felt like at one point it was kind of the same thing with Leo Rush, but, thankfully Leo Rush was able to come back. Um, and it just, look at the Usos, like as much like trouble as they've been in. Jeff Hardy, as much trouble as he's been in. Like, I don't know. Like you said, I think people like the Usos, people like Jeff Hardy, are like Randy Orton, untouchable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Depends on how high up on the card and how much money you're bringing in. They'll
yeah,
forgive you.
because Jeff
They'll sweep under
Hardy,
the rug real quick. Oh,
because
he's been in trouble for a lot of shit. Usos.
yeah, and it's just I don't know. I mean, a lot of these are very unfortunate, but at the end of the at the end of the day, the best thing that Tesla can do is just, address everything and just, I mean, that's really all I can say with that. It's unfortunate, but at the same
Very
time,
much so.
there's still certain things that just still don't make sense to me. So,
No.
But moving on, I want to talk about the ROH show that I went to
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. So this was Honor Reigns Supreme in Concord, North Carolina. I went with my dad. Um, this is my third Honor Reigns Supreme show I've been to. Um,
Nice.
so the matches were pretty cool. There were some bright moments, but there was a lot of things that happened that just killed the experience for me.
Oh yeah.
So first off, now I do partially blame myself for this, but they had no operating ATM machines at the venue. This was the Cabarrus Arena and Event Center. They not only had no working ATM machines, they had a card reader. They had card readers even for the meet and greet, for a merchandise stand, and for concession. And they were not working and had to only accept cash because apparently, the Cabarrus Arena, you have to pay for Wi-Fi, and without, Wi-Fi or any sort of internet, the card readers don't work.
Mm.
Now, my issue with this is for concessions and for, people doing business there, which, they got their arena in the first place for that, the whole internet should not even be an issue. Like,
No.
they should at least have complimentary access. I mean, they're there, making money, selling out, as much as they can for the venue and such. Internet should not have been an issue. Especially given, you have to pay for it. Like, I felt like they should have been exempt.
Yeah, right. You would have thought.
Not to mention, this is really the only time I've ever seen this problem happen. So it's like, what the heck happened now? Not
Yeah, right.
only not only that, no re-entry into the venue. So even
Mm.
if I wanted to go outside, you know, take a break or whatever, or somebody wanted to, make a phone call, smoke a cigarette, whatever, they couldn't do that. Couldn't do that. Where every other time before, there was re-entry.
Yeah, that's just wow.
Yeah. So because of that, and because of the fact that I couldn't get cash, I couldn't do any of the meet and greet.
Mm.
Uh, Thankfully, the only person I was able to meet because his was free was Danhausen, which he seems like a pretty goofy, creepy guy. But it was good meeting him. But there were some bright spots though. I got to fist bump with Roosh. He was on the outside of the ringside, and he just happened to be in the corner where I was seated. I had on my LIJ shirt. He saw it. I put my fist up. He put his up. Fist bump. So that was really cool.
Noise.
Um, that was probably like my favorite moment of the entire evening. Um, Also, of course, Marty Skrull was hanging out. He stayed after, and PCO stayed after to greet with some of the fans and stuff like that. So I thought that was cool. Um, oh, here's the big, 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 big bad thing that happened that just, oh my goodness, ruined the experience. So I don't know if you've noticed from the times that we've gone to pro wrestling shows in North Carolina,
Hmm.
there's a specific fairly tall white guy, like maybe 5'8", 5'9" ish. Wears glasses. Talks like this. And he's never in a seat. He's never in a seat. He's always on some side of the ring near the front, like corner side, but he's never in a seat. And he's just randomly on a different side. And he's just yapping the entire show. I mean,
I don't know that guy.
we're talking commentary. Just everybody that comes out. And weighing at 249 pounds, a former PWG heavyweight champion, now in ROH, blah, blah, blah. Like, really, dude? Like, my dad was even like, yo, give it a rest. And he was trying to be nice about it. But dude, I came this close to just up and be like, dude, sit down now. But, not, the unedited way, if you know what I mean. I was literally that upset. Like, and even people on my same row were just like, dude, chill out. Like, and what's so bad about it is he'll try to communicate with you. He's like, oh, is he busted open? Did you see that? Is he carrying a kendo stick? Do you see that?
Why you tell him to shut up?
I wonder if they'll ever go back to NWA. What do you think? And I'm just like, and at first, I answered a few of his questions, and then I just started ignoring the guy. And it's just,
Yeah.
Cause like,
You trying to hear that shit?
I was trying to be nice. I was just trying to focus on the matches and just not let them get to me. And like even the lady that was and security didn't do a dang on thing. It's like one lady said something to him earlier, like you need to take your seat, which he did. I didn't see where he went to go sit at. But then like 2 minutes later, he's back in the same spot. And then like 10 minutes later, he'll be on the other side of the ring. And then he'll come back. Just rambling. Like, oh my goodness. Don't get me wrong. His pro wrestling knowledge is amazing. It's gold. But I have a feeling that he's going to be standing next to the wrong type of fan that's just going to like get so annoyed by him that he's going to get decked in the mouth. I'm just
gonna be me, like, man, if he don't shut up.
I'm just.
Am I here to hear you? Yo, if I would have been, I'd be like, yo, shut up, dog.
But do you know who I'm talking about, though?
No, I have no idea, thankfully. I would have spazzed on that dude.
So the first time I saw this guy was a couple of years ago when I went to Animazement, and they had a Japanese pro wrestling panel. This dude. So the host was doing some commentary. They showed a handful of different New Japan Pro Wrestling matches, stuff like that. Even showed some death matches of different promotions. And this dude kept correcting the host or kept adding like his 2 cents. And he ended up getting kicked out. Like maybe like 20 minutes into the panel. Dude got kicked out because he was being disruptive. It's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, anybody trying to hear that shit?
Like, we don't need 24/7 commentary during the show. We have people that get paid for that, and we can't even hear them doing commentary because we're so busy focused on the freaking matches.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
And my thing was. And I give my dad credit. Like dad was getting frustrated. He was getting pretty pissed himself. But he tried to handle it. He tried to be nice. And he even like the ROH crewman that was on the other side of the guardrail, he would occasionally hook me up with some streamers, streamers to throw into the ring for introductions.
Nice.
And like around the third time, he gave me like 2, and this goofy looking jerk was like, "You mind if you give me your last streamer?" I gave it to him. I did give it to him because it was cool. But a part of me wanted to be like, if I give you the streamer, will you shut up and sit down? Like, dude, I was tested. I was so tested that night. Like, I was ready to give somebody a VIP pass, exclusive VIP pass to a super kick party. I ain't lying. But oh my goodness, man. I mean, it's already bad enough that, ROH is kind of, talent wise is kind of gone downhill. And, if it wasn't for me and my dad, I wouldn't have gone to the show.
Yeah,
So,
right.
but like, oh my goodness. Like, literally for at least the past handful of years, every show, every pro wrestling show, this dude is there. This goofy looking white dude that talks like this. And here's the funny thing. This dude, so Kenny King, Dragon Lee, Roosh, they're heels. Brian Johnson is a heel. And he was talking to the crowd and happened to and this goofy dude, flipped off the wrestler and he saw it. And they were jaw jacking, and this dude was jumping up and down with his fist up, like, "Come on, put up your dukes, come on!" I'm like, "All right now." I was like, "All right, you going ahead, go in there and embarrass yourself, so we can get some good
Dude sounds
laughs."
like a dude sounds like a real asshole.
Like, and occasionally, sometimes, apparently, his dad is with him, but like, I mean, he's got to be our age. He's got to be our age.
Yeah.
Like I said, his pro wrestling knowledge is incredible. Like, hands down. But dude, there are like other disabled handicapped people there that weren't making nearly as much noise as this dude.
Yeah.
That's what's sad about it.
Mm.
And he's never at his seat. Never.
I don't know why they don't keep a rein on him, man.
Because security apparently don't care. But oh my goodness, man! If the
Hell
old
no.
the old me would have, shoot, I tell you right now,
Told
that
you would have what?
old me would have super kicked his jaw off.
Yeah. Okay. I
Like, you
find that
can't
hard to believe.
you can't talk now. I don't have to hear this
I would
anymore.
I would pay to see that.
Oh, you
I
would have
find it
gotten
hard to believe.
you would have gotten your money's worth. I ain't lying. You would have gotten your money's worth. Shoot. But
True.
the matches. So Nick Aldis crashed the show in the
Of
beginning.
course.
It was him. He came out with Camille and talked trash. I believe the Thomas Latimer was with him as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Villain Enterprises came out and he got in a cheap shot on Flip Gordon.
Of course he did. The weakest member of villain.
That's
Villain.
what happened in Atlanta. But when they came to Concord, like, they confronted Flip Gordon and Brody King, and they had a big shoving match, and it's
Mm.
just, yeah. So we had Ray Horace versus Andrew Everett. It was a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Andrew Everett, had the crowd behind. It was a pretty split crowd, but Andrew Everett's the hometown native, from Burlington.
Yeah, makes sense. He
Uh
should be getting.
oh, go ahead.
No, he should be getting that
Yeah,
that rub.
and so apparently, and Ray Horace got the victory. It was a pretty good match. Um, Apparently, Bandito, Ray Horace, and Flamita got an upset victory in Atlanta and won the 6-man titles from Villain
Mm.
Enterprises.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah. Um, we had a triple threat tag team match. It was Dalton Castle and Joe Hendry versus the Briscoes versus Brian Johnson and PJ Black. I mean, it was a pretty good match. You know, the crowd was heavily behind the Briscoes,
Of course.
but Dalton Castle and Joe Hendry got the victory. Um, so Sumi Sakai is a heel now.
Ah, weird.
So she teamed up with Nicole Savoy in Atlanta to face the Allure. Uh, Savoy inadvertently hit Sumi Sakai, and the Allure got the victory. And Sumi attacked Nicole after the match.
Of course you did. She's mad.
So Nicole Savoy challenged Sumi Sakai to a match in Concord. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if Sumi Sakai is a heel, they need to change her music because it's heavily, heavily face-like. They need to change her music.
Hmm.
Yeah, they need to pull a Dakota Kai and totally just change out that entrance music because, yeah,
Yeah, man, ain't fitting.
because that ain't going to work.
Not gonna work.
So they had their one-on-one match. Sumi Sakai got the victory. While the
That looks like 5.
so while the ref was distracted, or no, the ref was
It is.
over the middle rope to step back into the ring, and Sumi kicked the middle rope. So you know it was kind of a rope low blow, and then she ended up getting a chain,
Yeah.
like a big thick chain, and knocked out Nicole Savoy, and hit a smash mouth and got the victory.
Hmm.
So yeah, Sumi is full on heel. Dak Draper defeated Danhausen. Yeah, it wasn't a long
That
match,
house.
but you know it was okay. Um, Match of the night for me was Alex Zane versus Bandito. Dude, this was an insane match.
Bandito, of course it was.
Oh, but dude, Alex Zane is insane. Dude, he pulled off an upset and defeated Bandito.
Uh,
He hit a he hit a shooting star knee drop and then got the victory by hitting Bandito with a straight jacket pump handle pow driver.
oh well.
Like never seen anything like that before. But yeah, got the victory. They shook hands afterwards and hugged. They even shook hands and hugged for the code of honor. So this was a very face heavy match, which I didn't even know. I've never heard of Alex Zane, but apparently he's a
Me
face.
either. Hmm.
And of course, we already knew Bandito was a face.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
they had one heck of a match.
Nice.
Um, so Shane Taylor came out with the Soldiers of Savagery. Um, so ROH did not meet his contract demands, so he's announced that you will not see him in an ROH ring um until ROH gets back to him. So
Who?
Shane Taylor's
Uh,
his contract demands were
uh,
uh shot at the 6-man tag titles with him and the Soldiers of Savagery. His face to be on every single piece of ROH poster, like ad, everything. Um,
boy.
a shot at the Ring of Honor world title anytime he wants, every time he wants.
That's stupid. He really doesn't want to work there, does he?
Yeah. So
He really does not want to be there. That's all that says to me.
he pretty much kind of wants to be like the Brock Lesnar of ROH, but that that ain't happening.
Nope. Sorry, buddy.
So
Sorry, no, it's not in your cards, but sorry.
so let's see. Lifeblood went up against Vincent and Bateman. Lifeblood was doing their thing, but they won by disqualification after getting hit by a big wooden block from the Chuckles clown. They Vincent and Bateman were accompanied by some chick that looks like a knockoff of Blood Rain and Chuckles. Yeah, it was kind of dumb.
That sounds pretty dumb.
So I never thought I would say this, but Silas Young is a face now.
Weird.
Like, he was actually fist bumping and slapping hands with the fans. I'm like, what the heck? When did
That seems
this
weird.
happen? So, the ROH, we had ourselves an 8-man tag. The ROH World Champions Jonathan Gresham and Jay Lethal teamed with Dan Moff and Jeff Cobb to face the Bouncers, Brian Malonis, Beer City Bruiser, and this new tag team called Two Guys One Tag, which is Silas Young and Josh the Goods Woods.
Okay.
It was a pretty entertaining match. I kept calling Jonathan Gresham the Octopus because that's his nickname. And he turned around and was like, "My name is John."
Okay.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, it's cool, man. I'm on your side. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, chill
It's all
out.
gravy, baby.
But yeah, the tag champs, Dan Moff and Jeff Cobb, got the victory. So apparently they have a proving grounds match. The tag champs against Dan Moff and Jeff Cobb coming up in February. Maria Manic speared Bully Ray. Bully Ray came out, pushed over Bobby Cruz. Then Maria Manic speared him a few times. The Allure got involved, but ultimately, Bully Ray got in some chair shots on Maria Manic. But at the end, she was able to put Bully Ray through a table.
All right.
So you mean to tell me this woman survives like 4 or 5 chair shots?
Yep. How could she ever be beaten again?
And ends up putting Bully Ray through a table. Like, are you kidding me?
So she's never going to lose to another competitor ever again. If she can beat up him.
Oh, actually, here it is. Bully clotheslined Maria Manic and whacked her 4 times in the back with a steel chair. He prepared to powerbomb Maria Manic through a table, but she stopped him and got in a low blow and then threw Bully through the table. So she withstood all that and put him through a table like it was nothing.
Yep.
I'm like, get out of here.
Seems weird.
Wow. She might as well be like, I guess. Well, no, not
She's
even
New China.
Even China couldn't like get back up and continue to beat the crap out of somebody after steel chair shot.
Yeah.
But apparently Maria Manic, the man eater, can. So
apparently.
So they're. I mean, shoot, they might as well just go on ahead and give her the freaking ROH World Women's Championship. If they ever decide to give somebody.
That's what I was thinking.
If they ever decide to give somebody the belt, because that belt's still vacant.
Yeah, she's now the strongest woman there.
Because Kelly Klein got fired, so yeah, they better figure something out. Flip Gordon defeated Flamita, made him tap out to the STF, the submit to flip. And afterward, he removed his mask.
Okay.
And the dumb
Seems
thing,
like
the dumb thing about it is he threw it back into the ring so he could put it back on. I'm like, what? What? No! If you're gonna do that, you're supposed to take the
yeah.
mask with you.
Yeah, what was the point taking it off?
Like, that's stupid.
Yeah, no, that's pretty dumb.
I mean,
That's your boy
shoot.
Flip, man. That's your man's them.
Man. And then again, Flip Gordon is with Villain Enterprises. That still boggles my mind, but whatever.
That's your man's them. Makes no sense.
And then the main event was Le Fashion Ingornable, which is made up of ROH World Television Champion Dragon Lee and Kenny King. And they took on Villain Enterprises of PCO, Marty Scurll, and Brody King. There was some fan in the first row on one side that kept hollering at Brody King. Some female fan was like totally digging Brody King, and he's like, sorry, but I'm married. So thought that was kind of funny.
Right.
But yeah, Le Fashion Ingornable got the victory, did the Tranquilo pose in the ring, so I thought that was really cool. So we now have an ROH LIJ. So, yeah. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, some of the matches were cool. There were some bright moments, but, dude, a lot of what happened just killed the experience for me.
Well, I get that.
So,
screwed you over, man.
I don't know if I'm going to go back to another ROH show, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
They finally got to you.
I mean,
That's surprising to hear you say that. Me, I would have been like bumped them a long time ago, but I'm surprised to hear you say that. It's not usually how you get out. Usually hold on a lot longer than most people.
Yeah, well, just how everything was done, like business-wise. I mean, it was already bad business.
Yeah.
With the fact that no Wi-Fi for the company to sell and take cards, that's stupid.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. Like, I don't know why ROH would ever want to go back to that place. Like, you're making sure that people don't make extra money.
Seriously.
I mean, that you're screwing them.
Not to mention,
I would not want to host my shit there.
It was so bad, dude. There were still front row seats being sold.
That's not right.
There were barely people in the upper level seats. I think I only saw the first 2 rows of upper level. That's it.
Damn.
Like, dude, as soon as we got to the parking lot, we knew right then and there this was going to be a small show.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. But man, this really killed the experience for me. I'm just being honest with you. Like,
yeah, I get that.
So, like I said, if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't have even gone. So,
yeah, maybe you mentioned that.
But
that's usually not a good way to start it.
But he enjoyed himself. I enjoyed myself. I mean, it is what it is. So, I just had to take it for what it was worth. Let's see. But hey, at least we got the New Japan Pro Wrestling show coming up.
True.
So that's something to look forward to. And that'll be in Durham.
Right.
So, hey, this is good.
Heck yeah.
But what about you? Like any upcoming news or anything that's kind of been a buzz for you?
Absolutely not, actually. I have not really paid too much attention.
Really?
Yup.
Um,
Nothing of any notes that I can think of. Nothing I was like, ooh.
there was definitely
Podcast this morning, but nothing I was like, ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I heard stuff, but nothing that stuck in my brain. Because it wasn't like, oh, it was just like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever.
I see. Well, I really feel like. Oh, I got something. So, they've really been buzzing about the whole Dave Meltzer, Io Shirai sort of situation. It makes me wonder what's going to happen within the next month or so, or about the next 2 or 3 months, because Kyrie's contract is up in March, so yeah, it's an interesting situation,
Mm-hmm.
and I still don't know. Like looking at AEW, I still don't get the whole Nightmare Collective with Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong. It's like what really is the point?
There is no point.
I mean, oh man, this women division is in all sorts of weird. I mean, I don't see what the point of doing the whole ranking system, number one, because it really. So, how do you determine who gets a title shot? Because somebody could be at rank 1 for a while, and then somebody else gets rank 2, and then they get the title shot. So, like, how long do you have to remain at number 1 before you get the title shot? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, one of the favorite things that I liked about Chikara is all you had to do was get 3 wins. You get 3 wins, you get a coin for each win. And as soon as you have 3 coins, you could exchange them for a title shot. And, if you win, you're the champ. If you lose, then, you got to start over. You get another 3 coins, then you can get another title shot. I like that. I like that because somebody that can get 3 wins, especially as quickly as they can, deserves a title shot. And I think they should be set up for one. But my whole thing is just AEW's women division. The booking and everything just has been lackluster. So hopefully, they can just break down and sign that deal, get that partnership going. So, oh yeah, do you remember the link I sent you that was supposedly a leaked list of what the match card for WrestleMania 36?
Oh, no, thank you. I want no parts of that.
Dude, that can't be real. That's gotta be fake. Somebody's telling a nasty joke.
Yes, I mean, I hope so.
Because Brock Lesnar,
Otherwise, it's
Tyson
trash.
Fury is laughable. That's freaking laughable. And then Bobby Lashley and Lana versus Rusev and Liv Morgan at WrestleMania of all places. Man, y'all could do that at the freaking Royal Rumble. Are you kidding me?
Ain't nobody trying to watch that shit.
Y'all could do that at dang on Money in the Bank for all I'd care.
Right?
Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just like, no, thank you.
And Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens, and Big Show versus Seth Rollins, an AOP hardcore tag match.
At WrestleMania, oh god.
Shoot, they're supposed to be wrestling tonight on Raw. From
It's
what I've
a
heard.
it's a fist fight. It's not a wrestling match.
Oh, well, whatever.
So whatever a fist fight is in wrestling, whatever the hell that is. Because aren't all wrestling matches fist fights? Because everybody punches everybody now. I don't
Yeah.
say shit about closed fists anymore.
And Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. Oh, well.
Don't give two shits. Wish I did. Really don't. It'd be better if I did, but I really cannot.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. WWE, what the heck, man? That's how you bring back John Morrison? Really?
Yeah, the most boring way possible.
I don't mind Miz and Morrison getting back together, but really, that's how y'all
That's how you do it.
Oh man,
Pretty lame. Pretty lame.
and I think his first match back, he faces Big E.
Yeah, I mean, Big E's awesome, but man, how good are they going with that big?
They're gonna feed Big E to John Morrison. That's sad.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
I mean, not knocking on John Morrison. I love John Morrison, but oh man, it just man. I'm sorry for so much hype behind somebody like John Morrison to be returning to the WWE, and that's how he returns. It's just like,
Yeah, right.
really, Vince?
Kind of trash.
So, but I've been really enjoying Stardom. Stardom
That's
has
good.
been good. See, that's good stuff. That's really good stuff. So Stardom
Good.
has a lot of high flying, a lot of drop kicks. Oh my God, they love drop kicks. Stardom might have the drop kick queens of wrestling. But going back to Io and Kyrie, dude, more and more, I'm hearing that maybe Stardom might be able to offer Io and Kyrie WWE-like money.
Good. Get them out of there. Save them.
Because I mean, they were already making more money in Stardom than in NXT.
Yeah, I mean, took pay cuts.
But my thing is, and it also kind of makes me wonder how much of a boost in pay do you get for transitioning to main roster?
I think it goes from like 500,000 or no, well, yeah, 500. No, is it 50,000? No, something. I don't remember. They used to have the numbers out there. I don't remember.
Shoot, I think Io was making like 30 or 40.
Yeah, I think it was like 50 was the top on NXT, and then you go to like the 500s and shit like that.
Which, as good as Io is, for her to be making $30,000, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I could think of is maybe Shayna was making the 50 or 60,000 as, you know, champion, but
Yeah.
like, even though the level of talent on NXT is really main roster talent level, but
Mm-hmm.
and they're the
They
better
don't
show.
get paid like.
But yeah, like, I just really feel like if Stardom, I mean, the whole talk with Io specifically is she wants to be in the spotlight. She wants to face certain people like Charlotte and Asuka and Sasha, and, you know, have WrestleMania moments and stuff like that. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm not knocking her for that. But after seeing what they've done with Asuka, after seeing what they've done with, Akira Tozawa, after seeing what they've done with Kairi Sane, and shoot, even
Yeah.
even Shinsuke, and he's had the U.S. title, he's had the Intercontinental title, but meaningless.
Yeah, no, it's pretty stupid.
So it's like, my thing is, EO, do you really want to take that risk? Is it really worth it? Like,
I wouldn't.
I mean, if you want to stay in America, at least consider AEW.
Yeah.
Or shoot, if you really wanted to, I'm sure they would have no problem putting you on AEW and potentially Stardom. I mean, look at freaking Riho.
Yeah, right.
And she's still technically a free agent. But I really feel like EO and even Kyrie, shoot, bump it, both of them, both the Sky Pirates. I feel like
Yeah.
if Stardom's willing to give them WWE size money, shoot, I'd be like, and already EO is engaged to Evil, who's, in New Japan. I'd be like, deuces. I'm going to go back home where I can be respected the most. I can be with my fiance, and I can make good money, and he's making good money as well.
Yeah, man. Depending on what she wants.
Because
What can we determine it?
I don't know. I look at this situation as, I understand wanting to be the best in the world. I understand wanting to be showcased all over the world and being on a platform that gives you that opportunity to be showcased all over the world. You got to at least give WWE some credit for being a platform that does that.
They give you a shit ton of money. That's the best part of that shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Because platforms are what they are now. There's platforms everywhere. And let's be honest about WWE, they're only certain people get put on a certain platform. So EO likely was not going to be one of those. Because if Oscar wasn't, she sure as hell ain't. It's just what I'm saying. Like it's just kind of like a bit like New Japan has a platform, AEW has a platform. There are platforms everywhere.
Yeah,
it's a different age now.
And like
people see you no matter what.
And it's like I said, I feel like the best thing, on the main roster that could happen with EO is the Dream Stable gets formed, but that's only for like a moment, That's like a WWE moment in history. That's all that really would be.
A picture on the website.
Yeah. Ooh, it finally happened.
And then what?
See the three empresses team up for one night only.
Yeah, watch what happens after that shit.
Yeah.
We know how the story goes. Story doesn't end well.
I mean, that's really all it would have come to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would relish in that moment, but that's the only moment I would be able to relish in,
Sure. Be fleeting as shit.
So, I just really believe for this long term, they really should consider going back to Stardom, or even be open to the option of AEW. I mean, I don't know if they're hiring or whatnot, but
kind of depends on what they want next.
But at least I have hopes that AEW and New Japan will eventually, at some point,
come to
form a partnership.
You'd hope so, but we'll see. Time shall tell.
Because I'm sorry, that whole situation is flat out petty and childish.
I mean, but these companies are known to be petty and childish. Most companies are.
It's like, oh no, the Elite left and formed another wrestling promotion. Oh no, we're doomed. Like, really?
In New Japan, you're fine.
It's like y'all still have the freaking Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Sure
still
do.
have, strong factions. I mean, look at LIJ.
Yeah.
Like y'all ain't lost nobody.
Nobody. Nobody has super importance.
Not to take away from Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Adam Page. Not to take away from any of them, but y'all ain't lost nobody.
Yeah, it ain't that serious.
It ain't even that serious. I mean, the whole thing with Kenny Omega as your IWGP World Champ, all they going to end up doing is just give it right back to Okada.
That's all that was for, was to build up Okada. We know how this shit go.
Yeah. You got your Rainmaker back.
Got him.
Like, oh, the Elite hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
We're going to block you. You're never going to set foot in another New Japan Pro Wrestling ring again.
Like, okay, if you don't want money, that's straight.
I know, right?
That's all you do. Like, that's okay. That's the way I'm feeling about most stuff. People say it, like, you miss that. Okay. Like, you're like, if I'm missing out on something, it's because I am deciding I'm missing out on it. I've made the decision. I holla. I hate when people try to do that shit. Like, I'm over that shit now. I'm grown. I don't give a fuck. No. What are you gonna do? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna feel sorry. I ain't gonna feel nothing. Nope. Don't care. Now you're making sure I'm not going to. So holler.
Yeah. And it kind of reminds me of the comedian Ali Wong. She said a quote, and I'm gonna try to say this correctly, but if I don't, I'm gonna be close. But she said, the kind of guy that doesn't like being with a woman that makes more money than him is the kind of guy that doesn't like free money.
Yeah, right. What are you talking about? Ooh, Alan, please make more money. I mean, that's what's up. That's a come up.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that quote, I'm like, she actually has a point.
I was like, hell yeah! Like, what is your problem? What's your malfunction? I'm wrong with you.
But like, yeah, they need to get over that pettiness. Honestly, I'll say something else. I don't know if WWE NXT UK will make it through this year.
I mean, does it really need to? At this point, it should just be folded into the other one anyway. But it's 2 hours now.
But they have really, really good talent, though.
They really do. Why can't they just move over to just NXT, man? It's called NXT. It's called NXT. Just let it rock.
Well, considering, the folks that have, wrestled on NXT, Mustache Mountain, Rhea Ripley,
Yep.
Pete Dunne.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I mean...
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm.
Nathan, Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox.
Dakota Kai. She's
Well,
been on NXT UK. She was on there quite a few times, sir.
But
remember that?
She
remember that?
Because
that's where she first came.
Because she had a title shot for the NXT.
Mm-hmm.
UK. Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Even though she wasn't a NXT UK original.
No.
But
that's quite all right.
But I mean, it's just, I don't know. I like the talent that's on there, but man. The fact that it's a network exclusive, which, I mean, we all know NXT was a network exclusive as well, but I don't know.
Like, they don't push NXT nearly enough for that.
They do have NXT UK on some, like, I think Spanish or European television networks, but I mean,
They don't do enough here, so that's the only time it's going to matter is if it does well here.
yeah, it's like, how's that gonna help us? um.
Not.
Also, so before this month, Royal Rumble,
A week from Sunday.
Becky Lynch has not defended her Raw Championship in 6 months.
Ugh, who gives a poop? I hate it. I hate it all. I hate it. She's the worst.
Like, I find that really, really. As a matter
I
of
know you
fact,
don't find it surprising. You don't find it surprising. I know you don't.
because if I remember correctly, it was October, November. So about 3 or 4 months. But that's still a lot.
It's a long ass time, man.
But yeah, that's
Not surprising.
yeah. So she's finally defending her title again, but it's not gonna really change anything. She's gonna retain.
That's what she does, man. She don't lose.
I feel like this is the most attention that Asuka has gotten since her undefeated streak.
Because it is, and even by that, it's still less than.
And I also find it interesting, after she won the SmackDown title, one of the first guys to greet her, congratulate her, Triple H.
I mean, his pet project that they killed.
Yeah, because, Triple H knows talent. And
He held on to her as long as he could.
yeah, because, I mean,
Can't forget that. He held on to her as long as he could.
yeah. And I know she had suffered a collarbone. I think it was a collarbone injury.
Yeah, it was collarbone. Yeah.
But so I mean, I figured she would have had to vacate the title, but then once they said, talks of her, coming to Raw and SmackDown, they're figuring out. Then I was just kind of like, oh man.
Yeah.
So I feel like if she hadn't have gotten hurt, which I don't blame on her.
It happens.
It happens. It's happens
Injuries
in business. But something tells me that if she wasn't hurt, she probably would have stayed in NXT.
Likely. Probably a little bit longer.
Yeah. But yeah, Triple H was the first one to congratulate her.
Good.
And he was all like, "Who do you feel deserves a shot?" And she's like, "It doesn't matter." That's Asuka's a Triple H girl. Yeah, I will say that Asuka's a Triple H girl. I like that. And when you think about it, he's a Finn Balor's a Triple H guy when you think about it.
Yep. Charlotte's a Triple H girl.
Yep. All these
Sasha, Bailey.
Yep. Becky.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Becky. Becky is not great. Becky is God. She's the least Triple H girl. She's the least of them all. Good Lord.
And
come on, man. She's so overrated.
And of course, Sasha and Bailey's heel turns were wasted.
Yep, they were just fed into Becky, and Bailey just died on the vine because they did nothing with it. Because as soon as she looked scared in that match against Charlotte, it was over.
I felt like once both were back on the roster, that's when Vince was like, "Oh, you both are back. I'm gonna screw you both over now."
Yeah, we'll just have you do nothing. Put
Like,
over the former heel. Put her over. Put her over now. Hot shot it. Let's hurry up. Let's get her over now. Now.
and to be honest, I would totally be okay if they just went on ahead and retired the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, yeah.
As much as I hate to say that, they need
Pretty
to
strong.
retire the Intercontinental title because it has a million
Why not just
gajillion.
unify it into the United States Championship or the European Championship. Unify that in the European Championship, or no, unify that with the United States Championship and then have the European Championship. Yeah.
Call it the international title. I don't know.
No, just have the European Championship. Keep it European Championship. Screw it.
Oh, really?
It makes no sense. It would make no sense, but do it anyway. It's classic.
And it's like, and now that I think about it, in NXT UK, like we barely see the tag titles. It's like it seems like it has to be a UK takeover for the UK NXT UK titles to even be defended.
They really don't have a division, do they? They have like 3 teams. 3. Well, they have more than that, but I doubt that. I want to say Man Pig, but I don't think that's it. And what's his face are going to be getting tag team championships.
Well, let's see.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen.
Tag teams in NXT UK. You have the
That aren't Mustache Mountain.
Mustache Mountain, even though they kind of doing their own thing.
That aren't. Yeah, so I said that's why I said who aren't.
The Hunt. I think they're called the Hunt.
Yep. Yeah, they're the Hunt. I like the Hunt.
You have Gallus, the current champs. You have Mark Andrews, Flash Morgan Webster.
Mm-hmm.
You have Imperium.
And the only and the young grizzled
young veteran. Well, I mean, they got a small handful of tag teams, I guess.
And 3 of those tag teams were in that match. Outside of that, how many more outside of that? Like 3? There's 6 tag teams?
Yeah, and you had 3 of those tag teams in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Yep. They don't have a very big roster, but the roster's small. They really can't do anything with that.
And the women's division.
They can't make it bigger because they don't do.
And, with the women's division, I mean, you got Kaylee Ray as the champ. Got Toni Storm, Piper Niven, Jenna, Zaya Brookside, which we rarely see now.
Yeah.
And we don't even see, we barely see Killer Kelly. We don't even see Nina Samuels anymore. What the heck happened with her?
Mm-hmm. No tell. No tell. Ain't no tell.
It'll be interesting, though, to see what happens with Mercedes Martinez. Apparently, she signed with WWE.
She did.
Yeah. So, she'll probably get up on maybe NXT.
I'm assuming it's going to be NXT.
Yeah.
I do not see her on the main roster, to be fair. I don't know if you do. I sure as hell don't.
It also would be kind of interesting if she joined Shayna Baszler's stable, considering
that's what I would be thinking.
Like, because that would make the most sense to me, considering their history and their friendship.
It would make sense, although it doesn't really make. Maybe we can get in the main roster if you bring her in with bring her and the other 2. and have that be a group, maybe beat the shit out of Becky and get wrecked by everybody else.
Maybe.
She she could help those two. She could help shore that shit up. Make at least four, like an 8-woman tag would be good.
Yeah. But
Pull it out.
something tells me.
It'll be something lame as hell. Me too.
I wonder how high Vince will be on Shayna Baszler on the main roster,
We shall see.
considering
We shall
she's
see.
not a blonde.
Yeah, she's not his usual jam. He
And
forces the push.
and it's so bad they even got Alexa Bliss jobbing now to Mandy Rose.
Although Mandy Rose, she's becoming a decent wrestler, man. Like I cannot fault her for she is reminding me of how Trish did.
Yeah.
We're just like, okay, there's something there. I saw it a long time ago. Just that she actually seems to be working hard, so I will give her that. As long as she keeps progressing, she'll be fine. Actually, that's the only thing I find of interest in WWE is Otis and Mandy. But I know it's going to piss me off, so I don't pay that much attention. But it's the only thing
Yeah.
that isn't just drizzling dog shit. Because Otis is gold. Otis he's captivating as shit.
The Drew McIntyre push is kind of intriguing, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
They're not getting me. Hell no.
And it's only because I'm a Drew McIntyre fan, so.
I know.
But
I'm worried. Where Old Plains going to go?
But my whole thing is, what the heck is this whole? All I need is 3, 2, 1.
I hate that shit.
Like, really?
So much. It's
creative.
It's so lame.
That's the best y'all could come up with?
So lame.
I bet somebody in creative was like, well, all Biggie needed was 5, so let's just shorten it to 3. And I'm like,
I guarantee you they do not remember Biggie doing that in NXT doing that. I guarantee it. And I guarantee it's a friggin' what's his face thing. Vince thing. It was I know it.
I mean, Vince.
I want you to count down to it, to that Claymore. They're gonna count with you because they're fucking idiots.
It was almost as bad as when they had Edge as a face where he's like, take him out with a spear. I'm like, really?
So bad.
Just like
bad.
Oh my God.
Bad.
Either y'all just don't care or y'all are really freaking lazy.
I think it's probably a little bit of both.
It probably is.
And Vince is really bad at creative stuff now. He has been for a long time, but it's getting worse. It's getting worse and worse, man.
But I feel like I have to see. Do you know if there's any news on like if Alex Shelley has signed a long-term contract?
I have not looked into that whatsoever.
Because I feel like that's going to determine whether they even win a match or even win the whole thing.
You know what, Jason? Let's try this. You just watch the match and let them tell you the story, like they, enjoy the story. Let's just see what happens, man.
Yeah.
How about that? How about we stop doing all this looking at this is entertainment, man. Let's see what's going to happen because we're going to be disappointed by most of it. So why not? Why stop? Why keep tipping ourselves off to being annoyed by it?
Shoot, I was already pretty tipped off when it was announced.
I mean, it's pretty easy to tell.
Which, I mean, you already knew that I knew,
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
It's like Kushida plus mystery partner. Come on now.
Yeah, it had to be. Unless you're going to do some dumb swerve, dumb shit. There's only one real choice.
Yeah, some people are like,
I never put a dumb swerve past them though. I never put a dumb swerve past them.
And some
Ever.
folks were even thinking, ooh, Velveteen Dream, Tyler Breeze. I'm like, cause that makes freaking sense to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, they sometimes they throw some dumb shit together just to fill a space, especially the Dusty Road Classic. Man, shit. Let's not act like they bat 1,000 on them shits, on them parents.
Yeah, just dumb.
Some of them parents are like, what? Guys are tipping it off hard.
Like I don't even
So,
like Matt Riddle,
Pete Dunne? No, it
Pete
makes no
Dunne.
fucking sense.
Like
Makes no sense.
it's like, oh, we
Makes
got
literally no sense.
the the broser weights. I'm like, really? Or they had some
Why?
sort
Why
of
do you
weird
have that?
name.
No, that's the name.
Oh that was the name. I was right. Oh
That,
jeez.
yeah, that's the name. No, it's bad. It's real bad.
Oh man,
Makes no sense.
the broser
It's like,
weights.
it's like, oh, all right, if you say so.
I would have been.
That's how you want to do.
I mean, I get Keith Lee is pursuing a North American title, but Riddle and Dunn, come on now.
You might as well just put him with Bugenhagen.
And
I'd
I'm
have been more into that.
and I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a bad
Bugenhagen's over.
I got a bad feeling Pete Dunne and Riddle are gonna win the whole thing.
I don't know about that, man. I don't see no future in that.
Shoot.
I do. I have not seen the bracket, but I do not see a future in that.
I highly doubt it'll be Undisputed Era again.
No, it's not. That's for sure.
That's why it's perfect if Time Splitters win. But yeah,
I have to say.
we will have to see indeed. Well, I think that's about all that I have. I am
I got
tired.
it. I am too. And the wind down.
But shout out to ROH. I don't know about y'all, but y'all are losing me. Y'all are losing me. I mean,
You lost me a long time ago. I tried to keep up.
I'll still tune in to the TV program. Hey, at least I'm not paying for that. But
Oh, there you go.
I'm not subscribed to Honor Club anymore.
Oh yeah, I was just about to ask you. I was about to make a little wisecrack. I was like, oh, you're not watching, but you're giving them your money. But no, hey man, hey, I respect you voting with your dollar.
Well, a big part of it is because I never updated my debit card. But
Yep.
but nah. And part of me was like, ooh, should I spend the monthly cost just to look up Honor Reigns Supreme just to see myself? And I'm like, nah.
I'm going now.
I'd get my money's worth watching, WWN live because, hey, I got Evolve. Hey, I got Dragon Gate.
Yeah.
And Shimmer. And Shine. So, yeah. Sorry, ROH. I know they just re-signed Marty Scurll, and he's the new booker.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but hopefully he does something.
But it sounded like he got a ginormous paycheck.
I mean, yeah. And also, who do they have on there to build with? Like, I can't think of anybody on there they can build like good stories with. Like that, I would be like, "Ooh, I gotta see that shit." I literally can't think of any
Well,
because I don't know anything about none of them. The top people they have are just kind of like, oh,
well, I mean,
a bunch of people with two names.
they have the
Like, that to me is
they have the stable showdown. I mean, between La Fashion Ingobernable and Villain Enterprises. I mean, there's that. I don't even think Bandito is part of Lifeblood anymore because
like
he's now 6-man tag champs with Ray Horace and Flamita, which I did not know until one of my friends, Trent, told me that Flamita, or not Flamita, Ray Horace was Dragon Azteca from Lucha Underground. I did not know that.
Huh.
Yeah, I did not know that. So I was like, oh, snap. Because I remember Dragon Azteca. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting. But, yeah. They're 6-man tag champs. And lately, I haven't seen much of Bandito with Lifeblood. It's been mainly Hot Sauce Tracy Williams and Overkill Mark Haskins. So
Hot sauce.
So I guess it's
Oh,
down
boy.
down to two people, which was originally started by Juice Robinson. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah, he ain't coming back no time soon.
Although I do like the Lifeblood entrance theme. That is a cool entrance theme. I will say that.
All right, man. We talked about ROH too long, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for New Japan. Should be fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear my Tanahashi shirt, just like I agreed to.
Nice.
And I'm kind of excited and looking forward, and I hope they deliver on a good merch table. 'Cause dude, that merch section when we went to Charlotte, shoot,
It was insane.
That was very jam packed.
It was the best merch table I've seen.
Yeah, they had an excellent merch table, and even Evolve had a solid merch table. But oh god, I'm looking at Twitter, and apparently Becky Lynch and Asuka had a contract signing, and Kyrie was there at the ring, and she kept poking Becky Lynch with her umbrella.
Oh boy.
But yet,
I remember when this was all serious.
But yet, still not cleared to wrestle. So, yeah. Anyway.
Guess you guys still keep her out there, I guess.
Yeah. Whatever, man. It's
pretty shitty.
And Kabuki Warriors released a new shirt.
Hey, you got a new shirt you can buy.
Yeah. It's in black.
I'm not. Dude, they keep sending me emails. Well, I mean, most of those shirts are in black, man. Man, all them friggin' emails WWE shop still sends me. I need to block them hoes.
Aw.
Oh no, all. I don't want to hear from them. I don't give a shit. I'm not buying any of that shit. I'm not giving them my money. Don't care. I used to give it to them gladly. I would trip over myself to give them my money. No longer, sir. No longer.
Dang.
It's a waste of money for me.
Sound like you done.
Don't make sense. Just pisses me off.
But
hey, say la vie.
Yeah. And then there'll probably be a big drought from Kabuki Warriors even defending the tag titles for like 4 or 5 months or whatever.
Likely.
And then, hey, they'll be the longest reigning tag champs. And it's like, okay. Doesn't mean anything.
It won't have anything because nobody gives a shit about the belts as they stand now. I don't give a fuck. I don't give two shits about the belts.
Only thing I can say,
No,
just throw in Io Shirai, give me my moment, and then let them quit WWE and go to AEW or Stardom, and Asuka can, get 800K subscribers on her YouTube channel and, make some video games and maybe do some freelance pro wrestling and, and call it a career. But Alrighty. Tell Mr. Cuevas I said what's up.
I will.
But yeah, I think we'll end it here.
All right, perfect.
Thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to tune in this coming Friday as me, Hollywood Cinema, and Most Windu are gonna stream some Sea of Thieves. It's been a good while, and look forward to getting back into that game, eh?
Yeah, boy.
All right.
Downloading it now.
Oh
Big ass
yeah,
game.
I need to put my disc in and re-download because I have the
Look at
disc.
nugget. Oh.
So yeah. So thank y'all for watching. For Hollywood Cinema and Blitzball Champ, this has been the Team GOWGO Wrestling Podcast. We will see y'all later. Hopefully Friday.
Take it sleazy. We out.
We out.